Hello YouTube, this is James Alexander. I'm doing my gear review on all the gear that I use throughout the hunting season. Now, I use different cameras, I use different means of harvesting my deer. So I've got different mounts for different guns. I got my crossbow, I got my black powder, and I wanted to just go through what we had discussed on a couple of other channels where we were talking about different mounts and where we get them from. The first mount I want to start with is what I use on my shotgun. It's a very easy to use, it's inexpensive. I'll come up a little closer so you can see how easy. It says a Benelli Super Black Eagle 3, Super Black Eagle 2. Haven't got to 3 yet, and I might wait because I like this one so much. But you'll see, it's just a little barrel mount. You can mount it to your barrel, or you can also mount it to a Picatinny rail on an AR. I do not recommend mounting this to the barrel on an AR because the barrels do get hot. So mounting it to the Picatinny rail would be perfect. So you just put it on, slide it on. You can adjust it as far as out you want to go, and you just tighten it. And the cool thing about this mount is you don't have to worry about over tightening it. I mean, this thing was really designed, it was machined perfectly. You can over tighten it all you want. This mount I use with my GoPro. I'll show you quickly. A cool feature about this mount, once I get it together, gotta line the holes up right, it usually helps. There we go. Cool thing about this mount, it does have a little knob up top, and that helps with recoil reduction. So when you're shooting your gun, it does recoil a little bit, but not as bad as you see on other action cameras. This mount was made by Mike Buckner with Buckner Enterprises. He is the owner and operator. You can purchase this mount at www.caddybuddy.com, and I'll spell that out for you. It's CADDIEBUDDY.com. This mount sells for $19.95 plus I think it was $5.95 shipping, so it's really not a bad deal. You can get a mount for under $30 and have it shipped to you, and you can usually get it between 3 to 5 days shipping as well, and it's pretty reasonable on the shipping. You can also check out all those other mounts. They have a YouTube video telling you how to use the mount properly and different ways for different guns you can use it. So basically what I'm doing right now. So this is how I mount to my shotgun. You know, it's very sturdy. And good thing with a GoPro, you know, you have the GoPro upside down. They have that function on the camera where you can flip it over. So, you know, when you're shooting upside down, it's shooting right side up. That's a good option. So next up would be my crossbow. So pretty simple to swap out. Not sure if you're all able to see this in the mount in the picture there. Might help if I turn it around. Now just remember, when you're mounting it on top of your crossbow scope, that you go back into your GoPro settings and right side up the screen so it's videotaping right side up. A lot of your editing programs, you can always flip the screen over so you're watching it from right side up. But this is how I attach it to my crossbow. And I've been doing this for probably 3 or 4 years, and I haven't had any issues. When I first started doing it, I did mount it to this little rail right here, and it does give just enough bite. But I noticed after shooting at a buck, and I went to go cock my string, my boot kind of hit the mount, and the camera kind of just clipped off and fell down to the ground. Didn't do any damage, but it was a funny experience. And if you go back on my channel, you'll see that happen. I think that one's under Money Buck, one of my Money Buck video. I'm shooting a 10-point crossbow here. This is the Turbo XLT2. I've shot 2 deer with this crossbow so far, and it's been a great crossbow. Same thing, you know. I can either use the barrel mount for the barrel on my 50 cal here, or I can mount it on the scope. And it works out pretty great because, you know, it's not really in the way. I know it's up there, but it's not really in the way when you're shooting video and you're looking through your scope, because when you're looking through your scope, you're paying attention to your scope. So that's another great way to mount it. And I am using a GoPro Hero 3. That's normally what I'm using on my scopes or underneath my shotgun barrel. Just to get another kind of a view when I'm recording my hunts, I went out and purchased this GoPro Hero 5 Session. This is a great little mount. And I purchased this hat clip from Best Buy. This hat clip was really inexpensive, and it's a GoPro brand. This hat clip was only $10. Bought it online. I went to the store to pick it up, and it mounts really easy. Just put it on like that, and you can also use this hat clip for the any of your GoPros. I recommend using it for the GoPro Hero 5 Session because it's a smaller camera and it doesn't weigh as much, so it's more comfortable on the brim of your hat. So you just put it on just like that. I usually set my hat band pretty tight. I got a big head anyway, so my hats do fit pretty good. And you'll see, I mean, it's not going anywhere. It's on there pretty good. So that's normally what I use. I'm going to put a link to my barrel cam. Again, that was through Caddy Buddy. It's a great mount to use. It's inexpensive. I know some of you guys are using $100 to $150 mounts, and I don't have those type of cameras, the bigger cameras, to where I would need something like that. But I know you all have the smaller cameras as well, and having that mount, it pays for itself. I've had it for 4 years now, and I bought 2 because I thought I'd end up breaking mine. I never broke it. I mean, it takes abuse, and I put a lot of abuse to these mounts. So again, I'm James Alexander. I hope you enjoy my channel. Like, subscribe, leave me some comments, tell me what you use, and maybe we'll get together and do some hunting someday. Until the next video, y'all have a great time and happy hunting.